of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Government of India, as a guest of honor. So I would like to call Dr. Naveen Raj on stage. Please give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for none other than Dr. Naveen Raj.
Thank you very much, organizers. Very good afternoon to all the August gathering present here. In the morning session, we had seen, okay, morning session. Hello. So we had seen a lot of thought-provoking talk by the eminent personalities over here, and the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, she has given a whole picture of this, what we are talking over here. We at Oil Industry Safety Directorate of Ministry of Petroleum look after the safety aspects, carry out the inquiries, and we are the regulator for the marine HSC aspect, including environment. So, when we go to marine and when we live here, from here, when I visit to offshore, I see a lot of changes. In offshore, if you use your mobile in marine environment and measure your AQI, you feel you are like in heaven. And when you at Delhi, when you measure your AQI daily basis, you come to know where you are living. And there are many aspects which give you lessons. So all those things, why we are talking here? We are talking only because we have disturbed the carbon cycle. Everything if you see, what we are doing, why we are talking, COP28, fossil fuel to be included, coal was already there. Why we are talking? It's a natural process of sequestration. Nature has made the world livable by sequestering all this carbon in the form of hydrocarbon or the coal. Only then we are living here. Now we are extracting, we are misutilizing, and we are seeing the day when we are here. Why hydrocarbon? If you see, everything goes with the carbon cycle, conversion from one form to another form. And the easiest form for carbon is converting into carbon dioxide, probably being the lowest energy state. Except diamond and graphite, if you see anything that goes on converting to carbon dioxide, whether by burning, whether by enzyme dilation, whether by biodegradation, whether by anything, it's a life. And we are here in that life, the nature has made the balance. They have kept apart something out of this cycle so that we can have a balance. And that balance is, which nature has made, now we are extracting that. When we are extracting, that's okay. After extracting, when we are going beyond limit, then this thing is happening. And this is the only thing when everything, hydrocarbon, why hydrocarbon has formed? Because it was to convert in carbon dioxide, but since oxygen was not there, it converted in hydrocarbon. And that is the reason it is very, very flammable because of its intention to convert into carbon dioxide as early as possible. And that we are using as energy over here. Now, when we are disturbing all those things, when we are going to marine environment, we are coming to land, there are a lot of changes we are seeing. In this carbon cycle, our disbalance which we are creating now, we are trying to balance it. Once I had been to the Khardungla Pass, that is in Ladakh. Their oxygen level is 15%. Here what we talk of 19-20%. If you convert in Indian statistics, it's around 2 lakhs ppm where we live, and easily we are not knowing how we are breathing and how we are surviving. When we go to Khardungla Pass, after 7, 8 minutes, you feel like coming down. The security person asks you to go down. Why? Because oxygen level has decreased to 15%. That is around 150 ppm, 50,000 ppm. When you go to marine, how much oxygen our whole ecosystem, which is 3 times of the land ecosystem, is surviving over there? How much oxygen is there? 5 to 7 ppm. So in comparison to 2 lakhs ppm, when 5 to 7 ppm oxygen level is there, and 3 times of more ecosystem is surviving, that is because of the nature balance. Now, what is happening now? If temperature is rising, this dissolution of oxygen, dissolved oxygen is based upon the temperature. When temperature rise, which we are talking here, it rose in the sea, and this oxygen ppm goes further down. What will happen? The first thing is, if you see the example of, say, Amity river of Mumbai, where the oxygen ppm is, DO is below 4 ppm, it is around 3 ppm, not even a frog survives over there. So just compare the situation. And secondly, when we talk of this whole carbon cycle, ultimately from carbon dioxide to oxygen is only way of the green plants, which nature has made. Now in green plant, the phytoplankton in marine, they are responsible, lowest area is 55%, and in some highest area is 85% oxygen is converted by phytoplankton, marine phytoplankton. So what carbon dioxide we are producing, what oxygen we are getting in every breath, that is from the marine environment. And that oxygen level, as I told you, if temperature rises, if marine environment which is surviving on a, we compare with other rivers or the polluted rivers, if such situation takes place in environment, what will happen? Do we think? When it is morning, some very well said that air, water and soil pollution, 3 things we talk. When it is air pollution, whole world is together. They talk of climatic change. When it is water pollution, it's your problem, it's your area. When it is hazardous waste material based management, it is your area. Even countries try to dump their hazardous waste to other waste. But when it comes to the air pollution, everyone is one. Voice is raised. Secondly, second most important is marine, where people have understood this aspect. That in marine environment, if we keep on temperature rise is going like that, these phytoplanktons, these things are affected. What is going to be the future and what will be the oxygen level depletion may take place because of this. So this simple example I am only giving because कहते हैं कि चेतना से चरित्र का निर्माण होता है. Consciousness makes the character. And consciousness, when you realize, when you experience something, then your consciousness grows. There are a lot of things which we can talk. This is a very basic thing which I said. In oil industry, because in marine environment, there are 2 things. One is oil industry and one is shipping industry. These are the 2 major polluters and major industry which play over there. Now in oil industry, people very easily say, we are the producer, we are not the polluter. Who is polluter? User is polluter. We only create oil, we produce oil. User is polluter. Now this is one saying. But the thing is, we are working in such a risk industry. If you see the large spillovers, like 2010 Macondo, where several species has washed out. And why it has happened? Because of oil. Oil is spilled over there. Oil is not that toxic. Chemically, oil is not that toxic. It's because of its physical nature that it curtailed the oxygen and whole ecosystem. They started dying over there, and the company like BP with the $60 billion of penalty, they are almost gone. Thing is that the damage has already been created. Before that, 1991, Gulf War, 800 square kilometer area, totally flooded with oil. What happened to that oil? Oil industry, because oil is one thing, once it is exposed, it is weathered, its calorific value is down, this oil is of no use for industry and users. Then what we take it as a waste. And who takes care of this waste? Nature. World average is only 15 to 17% oil spilled has been recovered. Rest of the oil has only been taken care of by nature. And by whom? How? Nature has got the balancing effect. It has created the microorganism present over there. It has got their enzymatic changes. They easily degrade they were able to produce this oil degrading enzymes, which helped them to make their carbon cells. And again, the life survived over there. So nature tries its best to use, to balance any such type of adverse impact. But when adverse impact is beyond the limit, nature plays. And then you know how nature plays. Extinction and everything that takes place. Because the balance it has to make. It has made our land. It has made our environment to live. And when there is a disbalance, it tries, and when not, it destroys. So that is the fact with which we are living over here. Now, seeing this carbon dioxide, temperature rise, and everything, what is happening? So, considering this, I'm just giving you an example to think larger. We think, hamare aspas, how much is pollution, where we are living, what we are breathing, what our industry is doing, how we are controlling that. If you start thinking over it in terms of with the relation to nature, we'll come to know that it's all a process where when we are intervening, there is a disaster. When we are constrained and we somehow our conscious is awakened, then we can just see and help the nature to balance it. Now, regarding marine pollution, there are, as I said, in climate, I think most of the speakers are going to speak about climatic change, COP28, the actions taken and all those things. I am just here to consider something about marine. And in marine, what is happening? That is also the zone. When you are in Indian water, every foreign ships which comes to India, they know that here the legal system is not that strong. All those, their hazardous waste, their water, their bleach water, they try to evacuate in Indian water and then they enter in European water, where the laws are very, very strict. So this is passing the buck that is going on. And how here we are managing as a regulator from 0 to up to 200 nautical mile. We being the regulator, we are working in close association with the Indian Coast Guard. They are also, because of, I think, in last few years, with the intervention of our Prime Minister, his focus, why this fossil fuel has been added in COP28. Because in G20, it has been given a very, very, too much of stress has been given, and in presence of so many dignitaries, including President of America, when it was passed, then COP28 was forced to take this. So this is the consciousness. And someone has to awaken the consciousness. And then the character of the country, character of the world will start building up. So someone has taken. Now in Indian water, we are doing a lot of things. So with Indian Coast Guard, they are now procuring, I think day before yesterday only, they are procuring, it was in paper, they are procuring some 300 crores pollution response vessels and all, and their monitoring system is getting stronger and stronger. But utilizing the weaknesses of legal system is, I think, the easiest way for the industry to survive. And that way, now we are strengthening, we are monitoring. When I go somewhere by helicopter to the offshore with Coast Guard and see the environment, we see we are in heaven. What is there? You breathe over there. You see the light. And you come to Delhi. Delhi and Beijing was two most polluted area of the world because of their geography. Okay. Bombay, where sea breeze was so good that we never thought that in Bombay, even PM 2.5 or PM 10 can be of this range, which is right now. Because sea breezes washes away everything. But right now it's not there. It's building up. And why? Somewhere, someday, we have to awaken. And I think the time has come. With COP28, people say it's not a great success, but at least this start, I feel it's a really good start, and we'll definitely from here, we will start achieving what we are discussing here. Thank you very much.
11th edition of Global Safety Summit.
For us, all of you are winners because everyone is embarked on this journey.
Definitely from here, we will start achieving what we are discussing.